Hey guys, so I'm going to make some refried-ish beans in the Instant Pot. It's really easy, but I thought I would show you what I'm doing. So the first thing I've done is I've prepped all the ingredients because I always prep all the ingredients before I start cooking. And this recipe, you throw everything in at once, so it's great to have everything prepped. So let me just show you what I prepped here. First, I have 2 cups of dried pinto beans. These have not been soaked, but they have been rinsed well. Then I have 2 small onions or 1 large onion that I've just cut into 4ths. I have some frozen cilantro. I don't usually put that in there, but I'm just going to throw it in this time because I need to use it up. I have some garlic. I have some jalapenos that I froze over the summer, and so that's why they're a bit frosty looking. You'll notice that these vegetables are just kind of roughly chopped. This recipe, you're actually going to blend the beans to give them the refried bean consistency, so you don't have to worry about everything being chopped up small. If you don't like it completely blended, you might want to chop your things smaller than this. Then next I have 1/2 cup of salsa. That chocolate candy bar is not going in there. I have spices, so I have a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of salt. And then I have some black pepper, which I accidentally put in the measuring cup instead of in the bowl, which it really doesn't matter. But you can add whatever spices you like. And seriously, oh, and then this is a vegetable broth. So this is 3 cups of vegetable broth. That's actually like a cup of vegetable broth and 2 cups of water because I ran out of vegetable broth. This recipe is super forgiving, so you can do whichever works. If you have all the vegetable broth, use it. If not, use all water if you want, but I'd add a little bit more salt if you did that. So we will put everything in the Instant Pot and I'll show you what we're going to do. Alright, so we have our Instant Pot ready. It's not on, it's just plugged in. I'm going to open the lid. It's currently empty, and I'm going to just seriously put everything that I just showed you in there. So we'll put in the beans, and it doesn't even matter what order you put them in because we're going to stir everything up. And I'll pour in the vegetable broth that has the black pepper in it. And the salsa. And that's just like a regular tomato salsa, like Kirkland brand. I have my spices. Please forgive my cat that you can hear. And then I will add my vegetables. And then I'm just going to give it a quick stir just to make sure nothing's stuck there on the bottom. Stir it all up. And then I'm going to turn the Instant Pot on. So I'm going to close the lid. I'm going to move the pressure valve to sealed. It's going to allow the pressure to come to pressure and it to seal right there. And I'm going to click here, and I'm going to click manual. And I actually want it for 28 minutes, so I just reduced the time to 28 minutes. And I'm going to just let that come to pressure, cook for 28 minutes. And then I'm actually going to allow it to release naturally for the first 10 minutes, and then I'm going to release the rest of the pressure and blend it up. So I will show you that when we get to it. Alright, so the Instant Pot finished its cycle, and actually it finished at a little, you usually pressure release it after 10 minutes. That's just the minimum. You can leave it until it completely pressure releases on its own, which is what I did this time, because I walked away and forgot about it. But that's actually kind of the beauty of it, is that you don't have to be right here when it goes off. But, so it finished the 28-minute cycle. And there's no pressure left to release, but if you were in a hurry, after 10 minutes you could release the remaining pressure. But I just let it go ahead and release on its own, and now I'm going to open it up. And there are my beans. They are nice and tender in there. But what I'm going to do now, because I like my refried beans to be like completely blended to smooth texture, I'm going to actually blend these in my Vitamix now. So I'm going to do that, and then I will show you what it looks like. So here are the beans once they are blended. Obviously not the prettiest thing in the world, but absolutely delicious. I keep my beans with like a smooth but not super thick consistency. If you wanted it to be thicker, you could drain out some of the water. What I'm going to do now is I actually like to put chips in a pie plate like this, a tinfoil pie plate, and then put the beans on it and whatever else toppings that I want to get warm and actually bake it in the oven. And it's really delicious. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then I'll put any cold toppings that I want on top of that. So that's how you make super fast, 30-minute refried beans. These freeze incredibly well. I would recommend freezing them in portion-sized containers, but they do freeze really well, so you can definitely freeze them. Alright, so I hope you enjoy this. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks! These are the nachos that I made with the beans that I was showing you how to make. So I took, this is like a tinfoil pie plate just because I didn't have any dishes that were oven safe. And I put some, these are just like Tostito shells, and then I put beans in there, and then I put some, it was actually frozen corn and frozen spinach in there, and I baked it for that 450 for like, till it just started kind of browning and warming up and everything. And then I added a little bit of vegan cheese slices and just let them melt for just like 30 seconds in the oven. And then I topped it with some sour cream, tofutti sour cream and salsa, and a little bit of chipotle vegan mayonnaise. I usually would put avocado on here too, but I don't have any avocado tonight. But I just want to let you know this is just like one thing you can do. You can make tacos. You could just eat them with a fork. I love refried beans, so I would eat them any way I want. But this is one of my favorite things to do. Alright, so I thought I would just show that to you. Okay, bye.